So the main question that everyone wants to know is this: how in the world do you go from having a lawn that looks like this in the springtime, where it seems like the sun is always hitting in the right direction, the stripes are shining and glistening, the grass is money green, the neighbors is mad, you're always dominating the block, and every time you come out to go to work, you look at your lawn and you're smiling from ear to ear, only to get all the way over here to the winter season, and then when you come out and you go to work, your lawn looks like this. I mean, how in the world does your grass even look like that right now? And you know that you fertilized your lawn before we went into the winter time. I mean, we couldn't tell you anything last year, right? You was killing it in the springtime, you was flexing on them in the summertime, and by the fall time, you was bragging to everybody, only to get all the way into the winter time, and now your grass looks a hot mess. We're gonna talk about it really quick with Dr. Polo on 60 Seconds. Hi, I'm Dr. Polo. When it comes to having two different type of grasses that reside within the same lawn, that just lets me know that you live in one particular area on the map, and that area is called the transition zone. But before we dive deep into the transition zone, let's talk about all three areas just so you can get a better understanding. At the top of the map, you have cool season grasses. In the middle, you have transition zone, and in the bottom, you have warm season grasses. Now at the top of the map, different places such as Ohio, Chicago, Seattle, Minnesota, just to name a few, are places that are going to have cool season grasses. Your cool season grasses is going to be tall fescue, perennial ryegrass, and Kentucky bluegrass. Now the reason why it's called cool season grasses is because the temperatures in these particular areas can get as low as in the teens or even lower. Now when we go down south to Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Texas, you're going to find warm season grasses. Now warm season grasses is going to be Bermuda grass, St. Augustine grass, centipede grass, zoysia grass, just to name a few. In these particular areas, the reason why we call it warm season grasses is because temperatures can get as high as in the 90s or above. Now in the transition zone, you're going to get the best of both worlds. Different places as of Kentucky, Tennessee, even Oklahoma, you're going to get warm season grasses and cool season grasses, because in these particular areas, it can get as high as in the 90s and it can get as low in the teens, which means both of these grasses can be able to grow in these particular areas. I hope this information has helped you. And this is Dr. Polo with 60 Seconds. Now make sure that you all subscribe, hit that bell, because I don't want you to miss the next video where I'm going to unpack some very important information. You have a cool season grass, which is tall fescue, that loves to be fertilized at a certain time of the year. Then you have a warm season grass, which is Bermuda grass, that loves to be fertilized at a certain time of the year. Both of these grasses are residing in the same lawn. So how do you fertilize them? We're going to talk about it on the next video, but let me show you one more example. Now let's just take a look at this lawn right here. Oh my Lord, sweet baby Jesus. I mean, wouldn't you want to have this backyard? Wouldn't you want to brag to your friends and family how your backyard looks? Not your front, your backyard. I mean, the stripes is glowing, the sun is hitting right. This lawn looks absolutely beautiful. I snapped the picture of this lawn in April. Now I'm gonna show you what the lawn looks like in January. I mean, what happened? What happened to that magnificent lawn that we was just looking at? I mean, if you look in the picture, you see the same fence, same house, same pool. When you look at the picture now, You see the same fence, same house, same pool. So what happened? This lawn has the same type of grass in it that the other lawn had. It has a turf type tall fescue and Bermuda grass in it. So you're going to see green grass and brown grass. Now the brown grass is not dead. It's just dormant. It's sleep. It's getting some good rest right about now, because warm season grass does not like cooler temperatures, which means it's going to go into dormancy or it's going to turn brown. This is the same exact lawn. Nothing's changed. Nothing's been altered. There's no color grading or anything like that. This grass is the same exact lawn. As you can see, the Bermuda grass in this lawn has turned brown. Bermuda grass just doesn't like cold temperatures, and it gets cold in the transition zone. As you can see, the cool season grass, the tall fescue, is still green, but the Bermuda grass has turned brown. Now, if you have tall fescue and Bermuda grass in your lawn, this is just the way that your lawn's going to look, but it's just for a season. So don't even worry, don't even trip. When the springtime gets here, fertilize your lawn and you'll get back to dominating the block. Hey, I thank you all for tuning in and staying there with me this late. And y'all know how I end my videos with that catchphrase. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. Just know that we working. Peace. Next time on Polo Field's Lawn Service. So if you do have a hybrid lawn, which means you have tall fescue and Bermuda grass residing within the same lawn. Now, if your lawn looks like this, where you have basically more brown grass than you have green grass,
there's no real reason to be dumping a bunch of fertilizer on that time, because it's already doing what it's supposed to be doing, and that's growing. However,